My choices.
My freedom.
My lifestyle.
My money.
This is the Cha-ching podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new Cha-ching podcast. I'm Chris Ford, and I'm here with Allison McDaniel. Today, we're talking about taking a road trip across the country, and with it being the summertime and us kind of being in the recession, people are looking for cheap ways of taking road trips and fun family vacations and everything. So we have a few ideas that we want to throw out there as far as cheap roadside attractions that you can visit along the highways of the United States. So let's get into it. As far as Arlington, Washington, if we're starting from Washington heading out to New Jersey, which is a nice way of cutting across the country there. In Arlington, Washington, we have the Christmas Tree and Kangaroo Farm. And what this is this guy, Ray, is the owner of the place. They say he's funny and knowledgeable, and he takes you on tours all day. They have a souvenir and gift shop available there as well. They have, obviously, kangaroos and Christmas trees on the place. But
It's a weird mix, but I guess it could work.
it's a weird mix, but I guess it's a popular area to go to.
Huh.
The next state you would go through is Idaho, and in American Falls, there's a metal grasshopper on the top of this hill. It's a huge metal grasshopper, and the story behind that is actually that there's these grasshopper plagues during some years, that there's so many of them that they actually get squished on the road and create slicks, and cars can get into accidents that way, and it's pretty crazy. I guess the last incident occurred in the early 90s for the slicks of grasshoppers.
So that's a big tribute to the grasshoppers, I guess.
Yeah, to all the squished grasshoppers. In Billings, Montana, we have the world's tallest man's shoe. So what you can do is you can go there, and they have this display that belonged to Robert Wadlow, and he was the world's largest man. And they said that the shoe is large enough to put a large baby inside of it.
I wonder, do you know how tall he is, the man?
I don't know. In North Dakota, on their next stop here, we have the wheel turtle, and it's made from wheel rims. It says that this titan was welded together from over 2,000 steel wheel rims, and it says that the head alone weighs over a ton.
Wow.
And the thing looks really cool from the picture, so that's
That
one
must
thing
be
that would be
really cool
really
to
neat
see.
to go see. Yeah. In Beloit and Janesville, Wisconsin. Okay, this is actually pretty cool, and you've seen these in movies and stuff. There's a pickup truck up in the trees. Yeah. It says that it's along I-43, and it's just there to be there. And they said also in the same town there's a V8 weather vane on a pole, and a ground level Ford Econoline sitting at a 45-degree angle in the same neighborhood. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how all that happened.
Apparently they had a few people in the neighborhood that wanted to go along with the whole theme of everything.
Huh.
This one's pretty neat for those of you that are interested in presidential history and everything. In Ashmore, Illinois, they have the world's largest Lincoln statue. So you can actually go there. It says that it's an old campground turned resort, and the Lincoln statue is actually 75 feet tall.
Wow.
Which is pretty big. And they say it's weirdly thin and homely, which I guess is the description for Lincoln anyway.
Well, that's true. He was tall and thin.
Yeah. In Bruceville, Indiana, they have the Big Peach, it's called. It's just this big peach, and it's next to this Washington Monument-looking structure that just says Big Peach on it. And it's been in the family for like 55 years now.
Wow.
And they just keep on trading it off. But it's a nice little area to stop by. They actually have here, it says they vend items there, peaches, apples, and stuff like that. So it's a little like kind of farmer's market type thing around this.
Well, you'll be able to find it with the big peach right
Exactly, it's a huge peach. In Blanchester, Ohio, okay, they have the world's largest horseshoe crab. And it's not a real horseshoe crab, it's actually basically a building that has been actually donated around, and it's ended up at a church now. And this says here that you can seat up to 60 people inside of it. And even more outside, and I guess they have like little movie showings in there and everything as well. Also, in Ohio, let's see here. Yep, in Ohio. This is really neat. I think, I don't know about you in high school or anything, but did you ever have people in high school that instead of going to get their cars fixed up and everything, they actually used duct tape to fix everything on their
Yes.
cars? You know?
I was not one of them, but I had many friends that
Yeah,
did that.
exactly. Well, head on over to Avon, Ohio, and they have the Duct Tape Festival.
Wow.
Yeah. So here you can actually go. I guess it's usually held around Father's Day weekend, so it's a little late for that now, but they have giant duct tape sculptures. Okay. They have the Duct Tape Dad of the Year award. They have the Duct Tape Parade, appearances by the Duct Tape Duck. Okay. And anything else you can imagine related to duct tape.
Wow.
So, I actually had a kid in high school, a guy I was friends with, that had a duct tape wallet. He made a wallet out of it. He made shorts out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, he went a little nuts. So if you're watching this, there's a duct tape festival out in Ohio for you. Heading into Pennsylvania here, we have Centralia. Now, Centralia is actually a neat town. Underneath the town of Centralia were these coal mines, and someone started what they think is like a trash fire near the coal mines. And the coal underneath it set fire and just went and burned under the ground and actually destroyed the town above it.
Oh, wow.
And there's actually the video game Silent Hill was inspired by this incident over in Japan, and then of course it actually came back here when the movie was made, based off of the video games, based off of Centralia.
Right.
So Silent Hill is actually based off of this town. It is a real town. You can go up there. It's kind of neat because on rainy days when it rains and the water seeps into the ground, steam comes up from everywhere. You just see these steam clouds come up. I've been there. It's really neat. Also in Pennsylvania, this is an interesting one that may make you queasy here. In Amaranth, Pennsylvania, they have the Roadkill Cafe.
Ooh.
Yep, it's just over the border from Maryland. They have it's a fun restaurant. It's not actually roadkill,
Okay.
obviously.
Maybe
but
I'll go
it's
then.
it's good food, and it's all named after roadkill.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
obviously.
That's creative.
And they have roadkill souvenirs as well, T-shirts and road signs and stuff like that. In Buena, New Jersey, this is actually an interesting one. This is at someone's house, but they have visitors all the time to this. There's a musical robots place. This guy creates these robots made from just parts that he has laying around and everything. And these robots are playing instruments outside, banging on drums and stuff like that. But apparently it's actually expanded to a lot of other things, like this scrap metal Statue of Liberty and a lot of other things as well.
wow.
So if you go there, there's just all these things to see outside this guy's house, who obviously takes a liking to mechanical work and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
And then for the last one, since we're in Jersey, we've made our way from coast to coast now. The last one is in Cape May, New Jersey, down on the beach. The sea captain with the peg leg and hook. There's a 15-foot tall statue of a sailor that has a hook for a hand, and you can actually go there, and he's sitting on the beach, or basically standing on the beach, and kind of like the Lincoln statue, people always like stopping by the big sculptures of things and getting their pictures, and it always makes for good pictures to throw up there on MySpace, Facebook, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, do you
That's
have
pretty cool.
any interesting places that you've ever seen across the country?
No, I think I just saw the largest McDonald's somewhere in Oklahoma. It actually is built over the freeway, which is
Oh, yeah.
pretty cool. It's a huge McDonald's. But that's pretty much it. That's like the most exciting thing that I saw.
Yeah, I mean,
Driving
I've been
across
to the
country.
Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
And it's neat, but once again, I think what we're covering here is like cheap ways to go about things and see different roadside attractions. And depending on your money, I mean, Mount Rushmore can actually be pretty expensive to get up close to it. Now, driving by it is obviously free,
Right.
so you can actually do that. But there's a lot of neat things out there. I think you'll find in different areas there's different things to go see on the cheap as well.
Yeah.
So if you're heading out across the country, you can actually look these things up, or you can actually go and Google roadside attractions. There's a lot of things that come up for that. From Allison and I here with the Cha-ching podcast, we'll talk to you next time.
Also, if you're that creative, come up with something and maybe you'll be on the next list.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.